Hi, this is Steve Gross for Conversion 360. Right now we're going to talk about marketing channels and what they mean to you and your success. It's one of the steps in the first 10 steps to online business success. Marketing channels are very, very important. It's probably one of the most critical things that you need to look at before you decide the structure, content, pricing, things of that of your website, your forums, blogs, squeeze page, whatever it happens to be. Why are marketing channels so important? Here's an example that you might want to think about. If you're doing PPC advertising, that's pay-per-click advertising, you're going to be paying a lot of money in terms of pay-per-click. You might be paying as much as 8 to 10% or more of your revenue, could be 20 or 30%, depending upon your product or service, in order to pay for the advertising. It's 8 to 10% of your revenue is going to be paid to Google and Yahoo, MSN, and so forth, just for your advertising. So that takes a lot out of your gross profit. However, if your marketing channel is a little bit different than that, let's say you're going into the shopping channel. If you're going into the shopping channels, like shopping.com, Nextag, those kind of channels are less expensive to advertise in. So it might only be 3 to 4% or less. It could be a lot less. Here's the difference. People who advertise in pay-per-click, what we like to call, are value merchants. In other words, they're selling a product at a premium or a higher cost, but providing a higher or better service to go along with that product after the sale, or during the sale for that matter. In the shopping channels, a lot of times you have people who aren't necessarily that concerned with the service after the sale value. What they're more concerned with is volume. They live on volume. They may only be marking their product up under 10%, but they're living off volume. So if you see what I'm talking about, if you decide to go on a PPC channel, you're going to have to spend more money on advertising, which means your prices are going to be higher. If you're going to be in the shopping channels, you're spending less money on advertising, your prices can be lower. Heavy competition, both places. It's just a matter of understanding the cost and the value of what you're getting out of the advertising. Then not the final channel, but another channel that we can talk about would be, for instance, social marketing. What is the cost of social marketing? A lot of people think it's free, and sometimes it is. It's only free if you're doing the work yourself. But if you have to pay somebody to write articles, press releases, do your Twitter, your Facebook, and those kinds of things, it's really not free. It does cost some amount of money, but it does cost less than what these do. The advantage of social marketing is that you're selling based upon your authority. You're selling based upon trust. People a lot of times will pay more money for that. So your opportunities to make higher profits, maybe not as high a volume, but higher profits are probably here. So that's the reason why you need to select your marketing channels very wisely. As we said before, there's up to 15 different marketing channels that we've identified and that we use. We're going to cover those at one point in time in another video. But that's it for today. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time.